great time here. We hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
Thomas is out there with Jordan. Then it's G. Then there's Bird. And it's Barkley in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Malone's checked in. And here's the West with the ball. This is the most they've led by, 13 points.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Now here's Johnson. Inside. Takes it from 10. And Black Hole's going to pick up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Robinson. He's got 13 points and 2 blocks. What a force he's been in the paint.
And he's gotten himself into the air, Clark, so often, blocking shots and getting rebounds.
Boy, you have to like how he's challenging the defense now in the second half. Getting to the line for a lot of free throw opportunities.
Barkley right side. Double team on Barkley. Thomas goes in. Misses off the left iron.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Here's Johnson. No luck. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Thomas kicks to Malone. To the inside. Here's Barkley. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 5 assists in the game. Clark, confident play we're seeing out of him.
Yeah, no question about it. Like they say on the playground, scoreboard.
Here's Johnson. No good. Great D that time from Thomas. Johnson's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Barkley with a screen on Johnson. Here's Malone, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Johnson, down low, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Ewing's checked in for Malone.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
On the wing, Mullen. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by Ewing. Ewing's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Thomas. And here's Bird from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Bird's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the East All-Stars. Johnson kicks to Robinson. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And here are the East All-Stars now. They trail by 9 points. Thomas dishes to Bird. The screen from Ewing. Bird, the pass to Ewing. Banked in off the glass.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Ewing's gone a terrific 6 of 8 shooting from the floor. Malone with the screen. Feeds it to Mullen. 16 feet away. Good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Thomas. Barkley right side. Double team on Barkley. Bird kicks to Ewing. Stolen by Robinson. Outside Mullen. Here's Malone. And Barkley sends it back. Now here's Bird. Passes it to Thomas. Double team on Thomas. Here's Barkley. That's good. It's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Now here's Johnson. On the wing, Mullen. Bird covering. On the wing, Mullen. 6 on the shot clock. From about 16, and the bank shot is good.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Thomas with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Thomas dishes to Jordan. And a big-time jam right there.
He cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up big time.
Here is Johnson. Drexler kicks to Robinson. Drexler drives in. Boom, he jams it straight down.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Dishes to Thomas. Barkley outside. Thomas kicks to Bird. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. McHale's checked in. Throw good, Bird.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now here's Johnson. There's a good screen. Malone a screen on Thomas. Here's Drexler, and there's the call on Boss. That's his 5th foul.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of fouls.
Drexler drives in, and he slams it one-handed.
How about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Now here's Thomas. The fader. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Ewing. He kicks it to Jordan. Drexler with the steal. Johnson outside. Malone with the screen. Johnson, the pass to Malone. The fadeaway. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. And when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Here's Drexler. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Thomas. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. Jackson, he's checked in for the East. Stockton's checked in for the West. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
I like the work they've done at the free throw line all throughout this game. They've been the aggressors.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Now here's Jordan, and they double up Jordan. Here's McHale, and he finishes with the dunk.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Here is Stockton. Outside Mullen. Ewing against Malone. Shot clock at 6. Here's Robinson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. Robinson taking 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball, down by 15. Bird outside, Jordan up top. He dishes it to Jackson. Jordan the screen, and here's Bird for 3. Bird can't get that one to fall.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Now here's Jackson. Deflects the pass. McHale against Malone. The drive by Jordan. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Barkley is checked in for McHale. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Johnson's checked in.
Jordan. Shooting 1.
Free throw good, Jordan. Mark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
Malone with the screen. Johnson kicks to Malone. 6 on the shot clock. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Barkley. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. The East making a switch. Bowie's checked in.
Malone. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Malone.
He hasn't been quite able to lure the defense into fouling him as much. Hasn't been as effective in drawing fouls here.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, that's just about what you'd expect from this squad. Their strong free throw percentage as a team rearing its head again tonight.
Now here's Jordan. There's the dish to Jackson. There's the pick to the paint. There's Bowie. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Outside Mullen. Drexler kicks to Johnson. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the fans clearly don't like that call.
Gave them an absolute earful.
Jordan against Drexler. The drive by Jordan, and the layup falls. Jordan's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
You know, it was a pretty poor display from the field for them in the first half, but they've got the lead, and now the shots are starting to fall.
Yeah, it was a complete brick city in that first, but they've turned it around here in a big way.
Now here's Ewing. Shot misses. Excellent D that time from Robinson.
And that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
He got right to the cup using that screen.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second. And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now here's Johnson. Outside Mullen. There's a screen by Robinson. Left side Mullen. Shoots. On the money with the open jumper.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Now the pass to Bowie. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage.